local towing company rakes in loads of cash towing cars from a local shopping center. So why is the owner having so much trouble paying his own bills?
The 7 Action News investigators first exposed questionable towing practices by Larson's Towing back in January after a slew of complaints from viewers like you who said they were unfairly towed.
Well, now more complaints are coming in from people who say they were stiffed by the company's owner. Here's 7 Action News investigator Scott Lewis.
In our earlier reports, we told you how Larson's Towing was getting complaints about heavy-handed tactics and towing innocent people from a Detroit shopping center. Now more complaints are pouring in from folks who say owner Tom Larson is doing the businessman's version of the dine and dash. He has a trail of unpaid bills. How much did he get you for?
$8,500.
$1,800.
He stiffed me for about $600 to $700.
You know, $2,000 is $2,000, but that's what he's into us for.
These 4 people all say they were taken advantage of by Tom Larson, the owner of Larson's Towing, and they say they want him exposed before others get burned.
Conversation with other business owners that I know, that's his MO, that's just how he does, that's his style of business. He gets and he looks for the smaller companies, and he just takes advantage of them.
They all have similar tales of woe with Larson. I'll tell you about each of their beefs in a minute. Right now, more on Tom Larson and how he's gotten a lot of other people hot under the collar, too. Larson's has a contract to tow people who park illegally at this shopping mall near the Detroit Medical Center. They send spotters out. As soon as they see someone they think is not a customer, they hook them and tow them away. When people find out what he's charging, they hit the roof.
Oh my God, that is a rip-off. I cannot believe it. I never heard of that. Why is it so much? And then even $200, $300, it's $400.
$400 cash only. And our investigation uncovered several people who have proof that they were customers and got towed anyway. People like Mark Hakey, who says he was towed while eating lunch at this restaurant.
So I have quite concrete proof of exactly where I was for those 30 minutes.
Larson has been towing these cars as many as 8 or 9 a day for years. So here's the $64,000 question. How could a guy be raking in that much cash and still not be able to pay his bills?
I'd gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Like the character Wimpy in the iconic cartoon Popeye the Sailor Man, some people who have done business with Tom Larson say he makes and breaks a lot of promises to pay.
He was supposed to pay every Monday, and he never did. And here we are, 3 months later, I'm out of the money.
Alex Habab says he sold Larson $1,800 worth of diesel fuel and never got a dime.
He said, I don't have it, and I kept on calling, and then he started getting an attitude and started swearing at me.
Jeff Gaden says he did $2,000 worth of phone work for Larson and came in right on the button with his estimate.
And he said, oh, that's too much, I'm not paying that, you know, no way. And I said, well, you should have told us that before we started.
Then there's Jim Saxton. He says he did $6,000 worth of work on Larson's boat and his wrecker.
Sometimes he'd tell us the check was there, we could pick it up, call me a little later. He'd never answer the calls after that.
So Saxton got a lien and took possession of Larson's boat. Others have had no luck collecting.
I said, okay, enough is enough. I took him to court. He never showed up to court. We won, and now he's not even at his place of business.
That's right. Larson suddenly dropped out of sight. We noticed that his tow trucks are no longer trolling here at the shopping center. And when we went to his business, we discovered he'd been evicted. Court records say he was almost 12 grand behind in rent.
Hey, Tom, got a second?
I tracked Larson down on the street and asked him, what gives?
Haven't seen your trucks down at the shopping center for a while. What's going on?
We pulled up, so what?
Why'd you pull out?
Because we decided to pull out.
Okay, no reason?
Yeah, I found out some of my employees were lying, thieving crooks.
No.
But some former employees say just the opposite, that Larson never paid them for the work they did.
And I had to quit. I couldn't do it no more. I can't pay my bills if you're not paying me.
4 other employees, including this woman we saw spotting for Larson at the mall, have filed claims with the state. They say they were cheated out of wages totaling nearly $8,000. And what about those other folks who say they were stiffed, like the landlord who evicted him?
You owe him 12 grand.
No, I don't.
That's what it says in the court record.
Well, you know what? Have a nice day, sir.
Well, you know what, Tom? You owe a lot of people money.
Well, good. Have a nice day, sir.
3 employees you didn't pay. How about the guy at Ship Shape?
What about?
How about the Sunoco guy? You owe $1,800 bucks. $1,800 for diesel fuel.
We're done, sir.
Larson's might be done with me, but the state's not done with him. They're still investigating those claims of unpaid wages and have asked Larson to provide payroll records. By the way, that boat that was taken from Larson's because he didn't pay the repair bill, that was stored at a place called Keens Marina. They also have a $6,000 lien on Larson because he didn't pay them for the slip. I'm Scott Lewis, 7 Action News.
Wow. All right. Thanks a lot, Scott.